Yep, I crashed. I am back. Don't you know, that's a fact. But that last stream was a great little overview of Diablo. Espanol. A wonderful overview of the game for the people. Want it. People. I'm not that fond of people. Okay, let's do some rock and roll here with my life. And we get back into the game. Because I wasn't really playing earlier. I was talking about the thing. So my priority at first is going to be to cycle with the Realmwaker and the Tree of Whispers. You know, with the occasional dungeon. I think the dungeon should take priority as well. Right now is a special event where there's treasure goblins and the butcher showing up. Out here. But I'll consider that after the next Realmwaker. We need them. So here my goal is to knock out the Tree of Whispers. We're already at 66, 70 out of 100. And I'll be completing this ritual activity, which is just to click on 3 different locations around the map. We're here in the Spirit Call Forest, going on a vision quest. Oh my gosh. Damage. There's so many elites through here. There's so many elites all throughout here, you see? Wonderful. Zippity zoo. Yes. Up and over. Picking up these plants as I go. There's some angel breath all up in your face. Glittering oil. Or whatever. Let's hop through here. Connect the dots. Now I use this extra rune. Is it runes? Yeah. Extra rune opal. Makes the enemies drop more runes, but specifically the elites. Look, there's a rune. Now, I only have 2 minutes remaining. And let's head over here really quick, otherwise I'll do the cellar. 2 minutes is a long time. If you're smart about it. Right here. I'll see if this event is short. If it is, I'll do it. Short, and there's somebody else here. Awesome, hello. Some other player here. Only has a couple more seconds. I have 1 minute remaining. I'm gonna rush over. Here is an extra boss that spawns during the Tree of Whispers activities. And other times, the Grotex Debtur. These 2 malignant hearts. Alright, I'll use my mount for a second. Normally I don't in these environments. Alright, back down again. I see a big old cluster of enemies. I have 38 seconds, let's hurry up. Gonna hop on through. Extra gem fragments, very nice. I want to do a series of different activities. The Undercity, the pit, boss farming, and this, and dungeons. Here we go, the Altar of Reaping. 12 seconds until the Realmwaker starts, and it's where... There. It's over there in the Fractured Peaks. And that's done. Let's go knock this out. Done. Right here. That's done. Now let's go all the way across here. To the Fractured Peaks. That was another 3 Grim Favor. Chunks and chunks. Oh yes, today there's a new mount reward, by the way. Or new mount armor. Heyo. And heyo. Ooh, look. Oh, no, it's the, not sure. Oh, that's nice. It's animated. Very nice. The Recluse's Flask.
It calls to you.
I'll equip it next time I'm in the main town. We have to catch back up to this activity. 7 stones. There's a Realmwaker activity. All these players are trying to escort this boss as we travel through the field. Treasure goblins will be spawning as well, and they have a bunch of stuff on them. There's one other player right there, also a Spiritborn. I'm going to kind of circle around while we're marching forward. Right here, the goal is to fight these enemies when they spawn. These guardians will spawn. They count as elites. It's chipping away at the Realmwalker's life. Whenever he stops, he'll have less life to deal with. And there's just extra ore nodes here and there, all throughout the field. All these ore nodes. And again. Yeah. Marching on down. There's a shrine coming up. Let's see what it is. I'm looking at the mini-map most of the time. If you can see my eyeballs. I'm looking at the mini-map to see where these clusters of enemies might be, or where the plants might be. I can farm them. Listen. I'm on normal mode, Alan. But, you know, I'm thinking about making another hardcore character. There's sort of a waste of time factor involved with the hardcore mode. You know what I mean? And starting over, which is exciting. I like hardcore mode in general. But you end up taking not as many risks. And you don't push the envelope as much. You know? You play it real safe and get really beefy. And then avoid doing certain things. But when you're not in a hardcore mode, you can do whatever you want to do. But when you are playing in hardcore mode, it makes the normal mode feel like a joke. But I understand. I played through the original game, Diablo 4, whatever. Hardcore. It was scary. Like those boss fights. Ooh-wee. All this stuff. But as I was saying earlier on this subject, it's not that bad here in the world of Diablo 4 to go hardcore. Because you have up to Paragon level 300, and it's realm-wide, which counts on hardcore mode. Of course, you have to start from scratch. Let's just say that you make it through to level 60, okay? And now you're Paragon level 1, Paragon level 2, and so forth and so on. And then you die. That means you can start back over, but you keep all of your materials, all the gold, you keep your Paragon level, and whatever items you have in your stash. So, as you're playing hardcore mode, you don't really want to have your best stuff on you, unless you're sure you're not going to die, or you're playing it really consciously safe. You want to have extras of everything, which you will eventually get. That's the whole point of having extras. It's just, you're trying to make some progress forward with your Paragon, with that individual character, and then essentially it's not that hard to make another level 60 character, and then suddenly you're max Paragon again. You know what I mean? Now, the second you hit level 60, you are Paragon level 125. because it crosses over with your hardcore. Right? It's the same, it's just a challenge. But I did play through it, you know, it's just, it sort of sucks to have to start back over. It was worse before, where you had to, if you're level 85, that kind of sucks to start back over, because after level 70, it gets really slow. In the olden days. But now it's different. Now there's just level 60. And then it starts back over at 1. But in terms of like losing all your stuff, you don't lose all your stuff. You don't lose your money. You don't lose all the resources. Or all the items in your stash. It's just whatever you had on you and your current character's progress. So. And it's not that hard to get to level 60. You just have to sort of turn the dials more toward tankiness versus glass cannon. It's a sacrifice. What the heck is this? Oh, not that. Not doing it. Not doing it. Do this one yet? Yeah, I did. Alright, I'm leaving. Oh, that was a weird lag spike there suddenly. So currently I'm doing the Seething Realm, which is part of the Realmwaker activity. You know, the Seething Realm. It's a little small dungeon thing with a little reward at the end. And it gives me these opals. These opals, like right here, these opals of torment, which, you know, increase the drops of a certain variety. In this case, going to be boss summoning parts, what I'm targeting. Okay, that's all done. Let's go do a nightmare dungeon. Oh, I have none on me. I'll do some random thing. Let's go into the Helltide and kill the Blood Maiden one time. Here we go. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to hop straight over to the Blood Maiden. I'm going to hop straight over to the Blood Maiden. Right over to the Blood Maiden. Right over to the Blood Maiden. No big deal. Got 10 minutes remaining. So I recently lowered my damage a little bit to go a bit more glass cannony, or to go a bit more tanky. Okay, we want to do this activity here. This counts for the Tree of Whispers. And it'll be enough to turn in, I think, or is it just worth 1? It's worth 5, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's dark red. Okay, there's another Realmwaker churning up. Gotta do them. Right here. Yeah, so back when I played on hardcore mode, at first I didn't want to do any dungeons because you never know. You're in some weird boss fight and You never know what some boss might have up their sleeve. There's some weird thing. But now I know. It's been a while since the game came out. But back then, when I first started playing, I started playing on hardcore mode. You know what I mean? Make it that much more of a challenge. And not knowing, because random things can kill you. Some weird attack where the enemy turns invisible and starts attacking from all directions. There's a couple weird bosses like that werewolf. You know? There's some werewolf thing. Okay, we're done here. I want to head back to the Tree of Whispers right now. Never know. In the crash lands. So I'm almost 276. I'm actually trying to rebuild my gems. I don't know what the new cap is. Alright, well look, we're over 1,000. That's cool. 1,000 million. Or 1,000,000. Alright, so now it's time for all good flims. Do this. So after that next Realmwaker, I'm gonna knock out a quick dungeon. Like this one. Alright. The Realmwaker and then a quick dungeon. And then I'll knock out Undercity for runes. Because I like to rebuild my rune stockpile for future grinding. Now that I have everything, I didn't realize I had everything, but I do. I have all the different versions of the mythics, all the different mythics. Here we go. We have to wait 2 minutes until this thing spawns. What I'm gonna do in 2 minutes is head straight to this event. Ready to do this cellar. There's a cellar right here. Well, let's just head down to the event. I'm gonna be real fast and loosey-goosey. Okay, here we go. Yep, this is gonna be done right when the Realmwaker is active. I think I can finish it soon if I kill sooner than the timer if I kill all the enemies. Just gonna jump across a couple times. I'm trying to pull them in right when they spawn. Right here. Here you go. That's what it's all about. Not today, sucker. Nope. I guess it is just a full timer, huh? Whoa. And then done. And then done. Gotta go, go, go. I have 8 seconds. Living steel to boot. And now I'm heading to the Realmwaker. Got some plants along the way. And more plants along the way. My incense is about to wear off. Oh, there we go. Bada bing, bada bing. Right here, another one of these. Going for these boss summoning materials. This incense about to wear off right now. I have to reactivate it. Pow, 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 and boom. Increase my lucky hit chance, I guess. That was a treasure goblin, I think. A bunch of materials. $700 million. That's basically $1 billion. And these big numbers aren't even criticals. Kind of weird. I want this plant. I want this plant right now. Thank you. My little pet can pick it up. But after this Realmwaker, I'll be doing a nightmare dungeon. Now I could try to go glass cannon again to make it more dangerous. To make it really matter. But then the second I die, it makes it seem like I'm bad or something. That's me doing it on purpose. Okay? Every so often I do it. I think I will do it just for more practice. Just a bit more, maybe. But if I ever do the high-level pits or the raid or whatever, I don't want to be dying. Pretty much anything with other people. Then everything starts to fail. Alright. And there he goes. Into the Seething Realm. Here's one of these dungeon things. Yes, the old stream crashed right when I came back from break. But it was a good point to crash because I wasn't even playing during that stream. I was explaining how Diablo 4 works the whole time. I mean... Yeah. Okay, I love dead ends. This is a weird little small dungeon. It's not even really a dungeon. There's a couple treasure chests in here and there, you know. And at a certain point, we'll be confronted with a little portal, and that portal will give me a decision to determine the future loot past that point. At the very end, for these Opals, with the 15% XP boost and increased drop rate of one of several different things. I'm choosing I'm just going to go for the gold because that's the one I want the least. Because normally I like the rune one or the torment one for extra body parts. I think that one's the best. But the rune one is the most rare. The most rare. The one I have active right now that still has another 6 minutes. So here we are in the Seething Realm thing. And this is a little mini dungeon. Pretty small. Whoa, 3 treasure goblins. All dead at the same time. You like that? Ooh, 4. Wow. Or maybe 3. So, right now there's an event where treasure goblins spawn at dungeon shrines. Not outworld shrines, but dungeon shrines. And this Seething Realm counts as a dungeon. You know? I'll be doing the Nightmare Dungeon next, and there should be that sort of thing happening again. for Halloween. Meat or treat? The treat being the goblin, the meat being the butcher. You go this way. Random goblin, thank you. And there's a higher frequency of treasure goblins in this seething realm. But they're not your normal type. They have more gold than anything. But I like gold. Thank you. And we go over here. Far corner. At the same time. Look at all those gems. Wow. That socketable thing, you know? Okay, here's the little room at the end. I'm currently at 347.075 million out of 371. So 347.07 out of 371.3. So basically, 347 out of 371. Remember that number, 347. I was trying to say that you don't have to do just pits to level up. Yeah. All done. We'll mark all this as junk. Head back to town. Knock into a nightmare dungeon all by myself and hope for an XP buff. If I get an XP buff, I'll go straight to the pit. Or better yet, maybe the Horde. I'll do the Horde one time and then the pit. XP buff lasts for an hour. If I don't get the XP buff, then I'll do the Undercity. Okay, I'm going for specifically rings with the greater affix. It'll happen eventually. Done. I spent the Opals. All junk. Destroy. Goodbye. So now, activating the thing right now. Well, marking as junk is for selling, but then I changed my mind. Okay. So marking as junk is for selling. You don't have to mark as junk when you do the blacksmith. You can do all items. You know, marking as junk is for selling, but I changed my mind halfway through. You don't have to mark junk for blacksmithing. You know what I mean? You mark as junk to sell to the vendor. And I was only breaking stuff down over here at the smith because it's closer. And I was purposely grinding for materials for a long time until I was over 100,000 of iron chunk and rawhide. And now I have over 200,000. So all in all, I prefer to, like, right now I'm trying to earn as much gold as possible. And I went through this for a while trying to figure out the exact value of iron chunks and rawhide and gold and everything. And it appears to be fair how it all works. The game is really skimpy with iron chunk and rawhide. Really, really, really skimpy. Most items only have one iron chunk or rawhide depending. You know? A blue item has 5, a unique item has 3. Like only 3 if you broke down a legendary or a mythic, sorry not mythic but probably has 5. a unique item has only 3 rawhide in it, if you break it down. But it has like 100,000 plus gold, between 100,000 and 150,000. If you have a full inventory full of unique items, that's 5 million gold. And then if you run a bunch of boss fights, you mainly get unique items. You'll get 5 million every few minutes, and rather quickly earn hundreds of millions of gold to the point where you have billions. But all my gold came from just playing the game, and the primary gold source is now the boss farming, to the point where, because I'm getting so much reliably from the boss farms, I almost don't want to do sell it to the vendor anymore, because I like to have that number grow. The number of... But do I even have... 1 second. Okay. I like to have these material numbers grow until it's eventually 999,000. I'm hoping there's a limit of 999. That's my goal. Okay? So I still do want to break things down directly. But yes, you mark items as junk to sell en masse. When you sell one thing, it sells everything. It sells all items that are marked as junk all at once. Just like if you marked as junk, and then you do sell junk, that sells just junk as well. So it's the same thing. It's pretty good if you have a mixed inventory, but if you know for a fact that your inventory is full of a mixed items of junk, non-junk, you don't want to do all items. But if you know, if I started off from scratch and had 2,000 opals and went over to the opal thing and went click, 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 and my inventory is full, I know for a fact I can do all items. You know? Or if I already looked at everything, but that's what you want to do, mark just as a bookmark to say, I've looked at that, versus I haven't looked at that yet because it's not marked. You know? But if you do sell items to the vendor, all of your marked items, here, I'll waste money just to show you. So all of the marked items are sold at the same time when you sell any item. That's all. Okay, so now is dungeon time. I'm hoping to find the XP dungeon. But eventually I'll like to have 999,000. If that is the limit, and I'd like to see, like, I'd like to see rawhide and iron chunks fall on the ground because I have too many. So that I'll be forced to work with the rawhide and iron chunks by crafting random things at the blacksmith. And it costs 1 million gold to craft a random legendary. And I'd like to have a reason to do it because I'm at capacity. Before this last update, there was a capacity of 999,000 gems. But now there is a much higher limit, whatever it might be. And before, I had to purposely process my gems. Like every so often, I would craft the best gem, which would cost 100,000 gem fragments and 10 million gold. So all my gold was being churned away at the top. I would do it after a certain threshold. But now I don't have to. But I did successfully dig through my entire mountain of gem fragments. Okay, let's go for another opal. I'll go for a gold opal. Glowing, erupting.
Am I dead already? Is this hell? No. Would it be so different than life in Sanctuary?
Who even knows anymore? By the window where I'll be. Alright, that's done. Yeah, buddy. We do chicken right. This way. And... we got separated. My friends got cut down. The only way out of this is to fight. You shall not pass. Come on in, come on in. I have to keep moving around because I do more damage as I move. You know? I have to move a certain distance to maintain my damage stacks with the drive Paragon board passive. This number right here. There you go. All the way across. 7 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't totally committed to selling everything. I was trying to get over 1 billion gold. And I have. But now we're approaching 2 billion. That's nice. But I sort of have begun breaking down all the items from the purveyor. You know what I mean? It's right there. And it fills up all the time. And in the end, if I never sold any items, I would have a profound... I would have no money. So here's something interesting. For a time period when I was trying to stockpile over 100,000 rawhide and iron chunk, I purposely wasn't selling anything. Even like the good stuff, I was breaking it all down. Just for that material, even though I felt like it wasn't worth it. I feel like certain items are worth more in like the gold cost or the stats versus the flimsy bimsy item. 1 rawhide and 1 veiled crystal and 1 abstruse sigil. You know, versus the actual stats in that bad boy. You can have a 3-star greater affix give you garbage, you know. And how much is 1 rawhide really worth? I've determined it's worth a lot. Okay? Why is it worth a lot? It's because... let's do one more Nightmare Dungeon. It's because if you think about the greater scheme of things, you can open up a chest. It'll have gold and then 2 rawhide. Okay? Or 1 iron chunk. Alright? You can kill an elite. It'll have gold and then 1 rawhide. It's like 1 rawhide. Or it'll have an item. It's basically an item or the material cost or the material ingredients for that item. So it's the same thing, really. Or it's gold. I think it's the cost of an item at that level. You know, so it's sort of all equal. It's just gold has a strong need as you enchant things, and whenever you make those mythics, it costs 50 million each. You make a whole lot. You know, 250 million, a 250 million. You know, out in the blue. Starts to add up. A bunch of rerolls on the same item over and over and over and over again starts to cost a lot. Like 2 million every time that you hit the button. You're hitting it 40 times. I don't know. So where's my dungeon at? Right there. You see, that enemy, I was watching him because that was a good example. If you rewind the tape, that was a really good example of enemies choreographing and telegraphing and indicating that they're about to attack. He was dragging his axe behind him, and right before he attacked, he laughs and then raises his axe up. He goes, yeah, he raises it up and then attacks. But even listening alone, you could hear when they're about to laugh. Usually there's like a sizzle attack, like a sizzle sound, or some weird... Watch. Please work. Why don't you work? Yay! Woohoo! Can I tell my guild if they're even on? Guild, you won't believe it. Guild, you won't believe it. Oh my gosh, guild. Come quick. Hey. I'm at a functional XP shrine in a nightmare dungeon. If you wanna grab it real quick. Lasts an hour. Normally, these things are bugged and pretty rare. Anyways, I'm moving on. That's what I wanted. That's why I was doing this dungeon ever so often. Not just for the materials and XP inside, but for the chance to find that shrine. This is a long, terrible, weird dungeon. What the heck is going on? Hey, look. Storyline.
We have received more reports of undead down the glen folks say these creatures are the work of a As a
Okay.
a healer named Thomas
Right over here.
turned to profane arts to spam Satan It could be just however,
Gold mass.
warrants further investigation. If
All the way down. Beautiful. So my goal here is to transport these stone carvings to the pedestals to then open up the next part of this dungeon. Boom. Enemies have spawned at the doorway. Stone carving number 2. Watch out. Good thing I'm such a jumpy kind of guy. There it goes. You really gotta put the mouse where you want the guy to be, you know? Not just in that general direction. This is a little event inside the dungeon. Sometimes a dungeon will have an extra activity that counts as an event, so it's going to give me opals at the end. The goal here is to destroy these these skeletal bone masses before they explode. 6 of them, and I get an extra bonus at the end. And we have 30 more seconds to survive this. We're currently at 4 bone masses. There you go, buddy. And we're already done with this. We have 8 more seconds. My buffs are still active. We were at 347, is that what it was? 247 out of whatever? Is that what it was? Is that what the XP was that I read off earlier? I think it was. Okay, moving through. That was the extra room inside the dungeon. So we're here to destroy these skeletal constructs. Boom. There could be little chests here and there in these dank, dark dungeons of yore. Whoa, they're spawning on me. It's okay. Alright. Now my storage box can hold 10 items that I don't pick up. If I leave 10 items behind, it'll automatically go to my box. Okay, this is a cursed chest, which means there's going to be a minute of enemies zooming in here. But it's great for XP. There's going to be a whole lot of them. There we go. I'm going to be careful. My skill's on cooldown. You see my number 2 ability down there at the very bottom of the screen? It's so small and tiny, but you can see it. You can see it. That thing, boom boom. I have to make sure it's at full stacks. If I do it wrong, then I run out of stacks. And then there's a time period where I'm extra vulnerable. But 3 seconds is shorter than you think. It's also longer than you think, but it's not that long. Even though it's supposed to be 3 seconds, it says 3 seconds here. It says it. I don't think it counts for area. Whoa, look at all those goblins. Wow. Wow. That's worth it. What in the J.D. Rockefeller's going on? Meat or treat? Look at all these body parts. Am I using... Hold on. No, I'm using a gold opal. Opal. Opals are different than opals. Okay, and now I'm full. Marking everything as junk before I leave. It makes it easier.
Shine on, my friend.
Shine on. Bunch of rings.
Too bad then. All finished, are you?
Fine, I'll go down here. But I already found the XP shrine. So that's what I really do a full clear for. Yeah, I'm encouraged to do a full clear because these random enemies in the Nightmare Dungeon have Obducite for Masterworking feature gear. Even though I have a lot. And the goal is to find this XP shrine that I did for future activities. That was easy. No wonder it's so large. Some dungeons don't have bosses or formal boss rooms. Just has you go around doing some stuff. Find these bone masses and blow them up. Oh boy. Well, that's about it. Big old dungeon completed. And now I have the XP shrine. You know what I'm going to do? So like I said, first the Horde and then the Pit. The Payayat. P-Y-A-A-Y-A-T. Payayat. I think that's how it's spelled. And there's an umlaut over the second A. Umlaut. Alright, let's go put away all these items. I like to get all clean. I'll put away my boss mats. Okay, all these future boss mats I just picked up right there. all these other consumables that I'm not consuming right now. That's good. All done. And all these extra runes I just picked up. And these other items I'm picking up. Feeling fine, whatever. You're fine. Get rid of this Infernal Horde compass, and I'll put away these other tributes. I think I should carry the rune one as well. Yeah, the Tribute of Harmony. It's what the people want. And everything's fine. Let's go salvage these extra sigils, and then I'll do the Horde thing. All done. I'll spend these extra Opals. The Opal Priest Prize. I'm at 1.498 million. I'm at 366 million XP. Earlier I said I was at 347, so that's not that bad in that short time frame. You know? Partly because I got this XP a shrine. I'll be doing the Horde. I'll probably start my own and then invite other people. Alright? Last time I went on break, the thing crashed. Let's hope it doesn't crash. I'll be right back, okay? And then I'll do the Horde, and then the pit, and then other stuff, okay? Yeah. Like and subscribe. Or else. Alright, we have made it through without crashing. Hey, thank you so much, Jake Miller, 505 at 1234 Starlake Avenue in Missouri, Michigan. Zip code 13857. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna enter somebody else's with the party finder system. I can start my own horde or join somebody else's. Let's see here. I'll make my own. More fun that way. I'll pull a compass out. Consume the compass. After the morning that I wake up, I'll see what tomorrow brings. Here we go. Alright, so I want... Boss, I want runes at the end of this whole thing. Runes. There's my incense, and I'll be going in with... Lucky hit. Oh yeah. Oh, I meant to list it, but I didn't. I wanted to list it. I'll list it next round. Because it'd be better if there's more people here. For the XP. I'm wide awake. Yes. This is the Horde. Wow, Jake, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have yourself a golden Zagnet. Behold the Zagnet of yours. Have yourself a golden little Zagnet on Halloween. Yeah. I'm gonna open up this party to other people. 276. Find a party. No. List the party. I'm doing the Horde. Whatever. Farming. Repeat runs. In progress. Yes. Social. Doesn't matter. List the party. And go. So exciting. Okay, at the start of each wave, there's going to be a mess. Somebody should join me, you know. That's how it works. See, look, immediately, at the end of that sentence. Wasn't that cool? Someone joined me immediately, but they're not here yet. They're not here yet. Hey, look. Cool party. Isn't this party finder thing amazing? It's crazy. Whee! 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 Goodness gracious, great balls of FlimFlams. So yeah. And now one person has showed up. Oh boy. Aether Fiends grant 2 ether. Here we go, Looby Loo. All up in your face. we go. So satisfying. It's like eating. It's like consuming an entire Snickers all at once, you know? Without chewing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Doing such a good job. Next. Exalted Horde is the best one. Normal monster damage increased, but they spawn the ether events 50% faster. So there's going to be a lot of enemies. It's going to get wild and crazy. Someone left the party. Well, good riddance. Somebody else has joined the party. Faster, faster, faster. "18 seconds. 10 seconds. Whee! 5 seconds. Oh, wowie zowie. Well done. What next? Those spires pull the enemies inward. And then we have to make more of those masses spawn, and then make the masses spawn elites. Pretty cool. Come on. Yes. It's the only way. Oh yeah. Buzzing go now. Here, over there, over here. Right now we're collecting this ether. You can see it on the mini-map above my head. It's amazing, I mean it. Whee! Another one. Now there's 2 masses that spawn. Even better than before. And then we have to make them spawn elites, you know. Nice room. Go through. Get the heck out of here. And back again. Woo-wee! Then we gotta have the stuff found. 8 seconds, huh? Magnifico. Not enough time. Summon Hellborn. Open sesame. Sure. Take that, Hellborn. Then we have to have these masses spawn elites. And lords. Oh my. Whee! I think I left out the horde in my earlier description. In the end of last stream, I was describing, oh boy, all the stuff to do in the game. Crazy stuff. Oh boy. Another mass. Now there's 3 masses. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Now it's got to have them spawn lords. It'd be great. Masses spawn the lords. Okay. I don't know why that's flashing like that. And boom, boom. Oh man. Great. My thing's on cooldown right now. I'm sort of waiting. Now what's next? What? Yeah. And then there's one more wave after this. We want the exalted monster horde so that the average monster makes these events spawn faster, or we want these masses to spawn the lords, or they have the lord spawn or something. Yeah. There's one that makes the elites explode. Bing bang. All right. Who's next? The hordes. Even worse than before. We're gonna have more activities. This final wave. Here we go. Oh yes, this build is always unstoppable. Always. While you have max stacks of I think it's with the Spirit Hall choice. I think it's a secondary Spirit Hall choice. I think. I have to check really quick. It's through some means, yeah. Which is awesome. Ridiculous. With the gorilla. Secondary. When you have at least 5 stacks of resolve, you're unstoppable. You know? And then I'm getting unstoppable with the armored hide. It passively builds up over time. Tiptoe by the window. Big yawn for you. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look, there's runes. It's for like a byproduct, you know? Byproduct. Okay, well, that was that. Did we do another one? Maybe. I'll do another one. I'll do one more. Because half those guys weren't there for the first round. But I am trying to do different things, so I think I'll enter the pit. I think we're done. Boom. Now it's pit time.